Today we're going to talk about the diminished arpeggio, but in a non-neoclassical way. We're going to use that diminished arpeggio in a kind of happy mood, because I'm in a happy mood today. That's coming up. Grab your guitar. This is going to be interactive. I want you to try the concepts as we go through them. We're going to get started right after this. Hello, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world find their unique voice on the instrument to tell their own musical story. Today, we are talking about the dominant 7 chord. The dominant 7 chord, the 7 chord, is used in so many different musical genres, and today we're in the funky genre. So funky, think rhythm, right? So this is the backing track. You can bounce to it, right? That's really important in what is to come. Because in music, there are two different things, right? There's the scale element, that's the musical alphabet that you use to make your own words, to communicate over a canvas, which in this case is the backing track, which you can get for free. There is a link below that'll take you to a sign-up page, completely free, where you can get access to all the assets in my videos. Well, when I say all, the latest ones, because I just started doing that. Anyways, it's free. Visit that link. You'll be able to watch the video, download the backing track, the charts, and all that good stuff. So we have the theory element, but we also have the rhythm element, which is really important if you want to blend these two worlds that we're going to blend together coherent. Without it, it's not going to make much sense. Let's take a look at the theory aspect of this. I'm gonna switch my tone here and for something a little cleaner so you can hear what is going on. We are in G7. The backing track here is kind of built around that chord. G7, G dominant 7, that's a root, which is G major 3rd, 5th, and a minor 7th. Okay. So over this dominant 7 chord that you're hearing in this context right here, I could play multiple scales. And the rule in music is to match musical elements. So really, if we were to dissect what's going on here, we would find those 4 notes. We'd find the G, the 3rd, the major 3rd, the 5th, and the minor 7th. Now, as far as the other notes that are not given to you by the track, that's the 2nd and the 6th. Am I missing any? Yeah, I'm missing one. The 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th. Those are not indicated in this particular backing track. There is no instrument that is playing either a 2nd, a 4th, or a 6th. So it's up to you, the player, to choose what kind of 2nd, major 2nd, minor 2nd, what kind of 4th, perfect 4th, augmented 4th, or what kind of 6th you want to use. And typically, players would gravitate towards the Mixolydian mode, which is just that, those 4 notes, root, 3rd, 5th, minor 7th, plus a major 2nd, a perfect 4th, and a major 6th. That's the Mixolydian mode. That's the mode that we are most used to. So if I play that Mixolydian mode over this, it's going to be very comfortable. I'm going to demonstrate that I'm switching here to something a little more lead-like. So I was just using the 7 notes of the Mixolydian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, right? Now those 7 notes can be played all over the fretboard. That's why I wasn't just playing here. I was playing things like this. Okay, so we're used to that sound, right? That sound of the Mixolydian mode can work for a long time over this. It's going to be stable, comfortable. We're so used to it, so in tune to it. And if I add the rhythm element to that, just those 7 notes are going to work in a musical context. Okay, where does that diminished thing come? Well, it comes by the fact that over that dominant 7 chord, there are multiple scales that we can use. As long as we respect those elements, 1, 3, 5, flat 7. Of course, we can not respect them if we want to sound really outside. But the other notes, the 2, the 4, and the 6th are up to you. Now, most players will pick the major 2, perfect fourth and major sixth for the Mixolydian. But why not alter those with maybe flat 2, perfect 4, and flat 6? Well, we can do that, and that has a name, the Phrygian Dominant. It will work over this. Why? Because we're still respecting the elements of the chord. So we're going to give that a try here. Here's the Phrygian Dominant. So the formula of that Phrygian Dominant is 1, which is G, flat second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, and flat 6. Let's hear that over the track. It works fine, right? Now if I blend that Phrygian Dominant with the Mixolydian, it works, right? It gives you a different flavor, but it still works. Now, this is where things get really interesting. I'm going to switch to the software that I've been using for a long time, neck diagrams. I think it's useful for teaching too. I'm going to show you on the computer. Okay, in front of us, we have an empty fretboard. I'm going to populate some notes on there. I'm going to use the scale generator, and we're going to go for Phrygian Dominant, which is part of the harmonic minor family. And here it is. It has several names, but some people call it Phrygian Natural 3, Phrygian Major, Phrygian Dominant. Phrygian Dominant is what I call it. So we're going to populate this. We are in the key of G, and I'm going to keep all the notes hollow. You'll see why in a second. Okay, so this is what we have. I don't want this to be too confusing, so I'm just going to keep it under one name, the Phrygian Dominant scale in G. Okay, so that scale works. Why? Well, we just saw why. It works over the backing track because we have the notes of the backing track in that scale, the 1, the 3, the 5, and the flat 7. Okay, so we got that. Now, if we look at this, that could be a little overwhelming, and that's why guitar players like to play in zones and slices of the fretboard to memorize the fretboard. But not only that, but we can also find some really interesting things in there, such as what I'm going to highlight here. I'm going to start here. This is going to be the 1. And then I'm gonna highlight these notes. All right, you see a pattern here? It's kind of cool, right? Whenever you see some ongoing patterns, that's always a good thing for memorization. So look at this. We've got that shape right here, which would be played with the pinky, right, on the flat 2, the ring on the 1, and the index would be the flat 7 here. And then we're going on the next string. 1 fret below, and we've got pinky, middle, and index right there. And then it just repeats. So it goes by pairs of strings. So you got that thing going on. So that thing is extracted from the Phrygian Dominant, right? Okay, so if I take that and if I play it, this is what I have. Remember that the root that I'm considering is G. I'm in G, and I have a G on the first string, 15th fret right here. So the lick doesn't start from the root, it starts a half step above. But that's what we have, and this is very shred friendly, very economy picking friendly too. So that's one idea. Let's try to apply this over our track. It works great, I think. If you add some rhythm to that and blend it with the friendly Mixolydian, you heard it there, right? So that was the first idea. So that's what we did. We just played this lick. Now let's go back to our full diagram scale here, and I want to point out two other interesting things here. If we consider the root on the 6th string, 3rd fret for G, and we start that 1 fret above from the flat 2nd right here, take a look at these highlighted notes. That's a perfect diminished arpeggio right here that I started from the half step above the root. So if G was the root, I could play a half step above. from G and it would work. We're going to try that in a second, but I want to point out one more thing. That arpeggio that we just played, we find the same exact one, because this is a symmetrical arpeggio. We find the same exact one from the flat 7. Take a look at this. That's cool too, right? That means that whenever you are playing over a dominant 7 chord, you could play a diminished arpeggio from a half step above the flat 2nd or the minor 7th, and it's going to work. We're going to try that on the fretboard. So here's our backing track. I'm going to try that diminished arpeggio from the flat 2nd. Works great, right? I'm going to try that from the flat 7th. Great. Now if I play and I blend the Mixolydian with these 3 different things that we covered, that lick, the arpeggios, it's going to sound really interesting, I think. So let's jam a little bit. Start with Mixolydian, nice and easy. Still Mixolydian there. Here's the arpeggio. Here's the lick. And so forth. So much fun to explore these different ideas, and this is just really the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more things you can do with that. Adding some diminished sounds to the traditional sound of Mixolydian, but why not try that with other modes and see where you can go? The concept is the same. Just ask yourself, what am I playing over? What are the notes that really I need to respect? What are the notes that are not given to me by the conversation I'm joining, the chord vamp or the backing track or the band you're jamming with? Those notes that aren't given are choices for expression. And that's what this is all about. Exploring the fretboard in a new way and trying to figure out what to play. The backing track you just heard and the charts are available, again, for free. Just visit the link below. That'll take you to a page where this is a new thing that I'm trying for those of you who are used to the channel. You just need to sign up once. It's completely free. It's basically a collection of all the lessons that I'm doing here on YouTube, where you can watch the video and play the backing track directly in the nice interface and download the tracks, download the charts. It's free. Anyways, if this was your first visit, thank you for stopping by. Consider subscribing if you liked what you saw, because Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a new lesson just like this one comes out, helping guitar players around the world find their voice on the instrument to tell their own musical story. Thank you for watching this video. See you very soon on the channel. Until next time, practice well.